Hi, this is Austin with MaidCentral, and today I want to briefly go over how to use the new bulk additional pay feature. So to get started, first we're going to go to Company Additional Pay. There will be a new tab here, Bulk Additional Pay. We'll click that. This is an excellent new feature that will allow you to filter and pay different employees based on parameters that you set. So to get started, first thing I'm going to do is select the date range that I want to be looking at. It's going to default to this week. So I want to go back to last week, the 26th. So I'll click 26 first, and then I'll click the 1, and we'll get a March 26th through April 1st here. So you'll notice that my additional pay date is going to default to the end of whatever pay period I've selected here, or whatever time period I've selected. So in this case, that's April 1st. Now, the next thing we can determine here is what type of additional pay is this? If we're doing a pay for performance situation, a lot of times people choose to select bonus, attendance, performance, but this could be for any number of different additional pay types. The next thing we want to look at is what are we giving the bonus for, or how do we want to measure it, right? So there's lots of options here. This can look overwhelming, but it's pretty simple once you get a good breakdown. So the first option, flat rate or flat amount. This is going to give everyone on the list a flat amount. So I'm going to press 30. I'm going to type in my advanced filter, and without changing anything here, I'm just going to apply this setting. Once it's refreshed, if I scroll all the way to the right, I'll see that my pay amount for everyone on the list is $30, and the pay date is going to be April 1st, which is exactly what we've set. It's a flat amount, it's $30, and it's going to be on April 1st. I didn't select a pay type, so that was left blank, and I didn't enter in a note, so that was also left blank. Moving on, so target hourly rate. You can think about this like if an employee makes $16 an hour, and we want to get them to a target hourly rate, let's say $18 an hour. So we'll put in 18. And now, what are they making that $18 an hour on? Is it total job hours? Do they make $18 based on total job hours, paid job hours, total allowed hours, paid allowed hours? Basically, we're saying, what do we want to multiply 18 by, right? Or what do I want to get their hourly rate up to? What do I want to bump up their hourly rate to? Excuse me. So in this case, if we're looking at paid job hours, and I show my advanced filter again and apply my filter, it's basically going to say everyone's paid job hours, whatever hourly rate you're at, we're going to try to get you up to $18 an hour. So if we scroll to the right, we'll see Tim's pretty much the only person with paid job hours, 2.5. We could go in and see about how much he makes, but he needs an extra, basically $45 to get him to $18 an hour for those 2.5 hours that he worked. So you could do the same thing with any of these other, hourly measurement tools, right? So paid allowed hours, total allowed hours, or a combination of the both, or just total clock hours. So let's see what total clock hours looks like. Basically, this is saying for all time on the clock, we just want to get you up to $18 an hour, right? So we owe Tim an additional $157, and we owe someone else an additional $184 to make their hourly rate, their average hourly rate, to bring it up to $18 an hour. So the next section we have here is additional hourly rate, right? So in this case, we really are just multiplying whatever this number is going to be. So if they make $16 an hour and we want to give them an additional $2 per hour, we would do additional hourly rate, right? And in this instance, maybe we select paid job hours again, and we'll show our advanced filter and apply. And again, we'll do, it's going to multiply whatever paid job hours is by whatever amount we have here. So Tim should receive $4 here. 5. So I guess we're rounding. So it's 2.5. So naturally 5. It makes sense. So 2.5 times 2 gives us our 5. If we did total job hours and then refreshed as well, we would also have more folks getting some of that because we've got more people total job hours in this time period. So that's kind of what's going on here. For additional percentage, it works exactly the same way as additional hourly rate. It's just going to add on additional percents if they get paid based on percents. And then it's, what are we adding that additional percentage onto? Is it their fee split rate? Is it a percent of their gross wages or revenue? Now, in the advanced filter, you also have these options here to filter out who should be getting this bonus because, maybe I want to give people a bonus here, but I don't want to give it to everybody. I only want to give it to people who worked, let's say, over 18 total job hours, right? So 18 to 100, let's say, for that week. And now I apply my filter again. Well, it's going to filter out anyone who didn't get up to 18 total job hours. And now when I come to apply my pay amount, it's only applying it to one employee. So using this filter is going to be kind of how we achieve the goal of paying specific employees for their performance. It's by filtering out, and we can do this in 2 passes, right? So the first pass will filter out everyone who was in tier 1. So we'll only pay for tier 2 and tier 3. And then we'll do a second pass where we pay an additional amount for tier 3, right? So that everyone's getting taken care of, and we can run this report as many times as we need to for this week. So in any case, I hope this was helpful. I hope you learned something. Please feel free to drop a question in the Facebook or reach out to any of the MaidCentral staff or team members for any questions or concerns. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.